Hello everyone, I'm Dan Toombs, the curry guy, and today I'm going to show you how to make smoked Toor Dhal Samosas. It's one from my new book. What we've got here is we have some Toor Dhal, which I've soaked for about a half hour. That's about 1 liter of water. And I'm going to just put those in there. And that's going to come up to a simmer. So while this dal is heating up now, I'm going to add a half teaspoon of turmeric, a tablespoon of garam masala. I got about a half teaspoon of salt, a half teaspoon to a teaspoon of amcor powder, and then I've got 2 tablespoons of ginger. So I'm going to just add that to the water. Once it comes to the simmer, it's going to take about a half hour to cook until it's soft. We're just going to leave that for a bit. And I'm going to show you how to make some samosa wrappers. Now, samosa wrappers are available. You can purchase them at the shops. They're in the freezer section at Asian shops, and they're really good. They work really well. If, however, you like to make your own, which I do, I think they look better. I think they actually are better. Then I'm going to show you how to do that as well. So you can actually make your own samosa strips. Now, what I've got here is 350 grams of plain flour. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of salt, a tablespoon and a half of oil. And then slowly I'm going to add 300 milliliters of water. And as I do that, I'm just going to try and bring it all together here. So as you can see, this is now coming into a nice soft ball, which I'm going to knead for about 5 minutes. Nice squishy dough. It's dry, but a little bit sticky to the touch. All right, so I'm just gonna let this sit now for about a half hour. Now you can let it sit overnight, even better. Just let those glutens do their work and you'll get a nice dough that's easy to work with. All right, so what I'm gonna do, when we're making these wrappers, you need to make about 5 tortilla-shaped discs per batch. You want them to be roughly the same size. Then I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna make them into nice round balls. As you can see, it's a really nice soft dough, so that's gonna be really nice to work with. All right, so what I'm gonna do with these 5 balls is I'm just gonna flatten them out like they're like a tortilla. I'm just gonna roll this out into a tortilla shape. Then I'll slap off excess flour. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna stack these all up. We're gonna put some oil on them. It has to go right out to the sides of each of these tortilla shapes. And then I'm gonna put another one on top of there, which is not gonna have any oil on the top. Got a nice stack, and I'm going to roll these out just like you see here. And what the size I'm going for is this size. We're going to cut that across there, and we'll cut right down here as well. So we're going to make a tarka. Now a tarka is an oily mixture of spices that just goes over the top of it and really makes it nice. So I'm going to pour about 3 tablespoons of rapeseed oil in there. Then, as that heats up, I'm going to add mustard seeds. Now with the mustard seeds popping as they are, I'm going to add the other spices. This is cumin seeds. I'm just going to add some cumin seeds there. Some curry leaves, about 10 curry leaves. And some chilies. We're going to stir these for about 30 seconds. And then we're just going to pour that right into the dal. I'm just going to add about 3 tablespoons of finely chopped coriander. But I'm going to put about 3 pieces of lump wood that hasn't been treated, because what you're trying to do is get a nice smoky wood flavor in here. They've been burning, they're white hot. I'm just going to add a little bit of oil. And what this oil is going to do is it's going to make it smoke right up. And we're just going to let that smoke until the fire goes out. The smokier the better, I think. And really all we're going for here, we're not cooking these, we are drying them, giving them a nice toasting. All right, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take these, which have been dried, and as you can see, all those layers we made are now coming apart. All right, so I've got my strips all ready. These are shop-bought wrappers, which obviously look very pretty and nice, whereas mine are a little bit rougher looking, but believe me, I personally think that they look a lot better once they're cooked. I think they look better if you make your own. Bring it right down, diamond shape. But you can see the triangle right there. And it's going to go right down again, matching the sides until you have something that looks like that. Then I'm just going to stuff this in here like this, close that up, and just put a little bit of this paste on that remaining flap. That's going to go like that, and into a nice, neat samosa. What you do now is drop them in the oil. These cook, you only need to cook them for a couple of minutes. So as you can see, here's the homemade wrappers. You can see them like that. They look a little bit bubblier. I like them, I prefer them. And then here we have some with the shop-bought pastry. So this is probably more what you're used to in different restaurants. And you can see the difference there. And there's nothing better. It's really good. Gotta try this.